I'm hoping this goes well, and I'm hoping this is received well, but you never know with the gaming community. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is John, and I just got off work, hence the fancy pantsy outfit, and I was just thinking of a video idea whenever I was coming back, and it was going to be farming a little bit more on the First Ascendant, but instead I saw a couple posts that they didn't really sit right with me, and a couple people commenting in my comment sections, and I wanted to talk about something that I feel like is very important to talk about. Now, when it comes to gaming, and this is obviously my opinion, do not take anything I say too seriously, and do not take it, I guess, like it's nothing. It's just my opinion and my words. If you don't want to hear it, just click off the video, dislike it, keep it pushing. I want to talk about the First Descendant. Now, a couple people on the planet, or a lot of people on the planet, have talked about how difficult this game can be with a bunch of different bosses in the game itself. Now, personally, I think that's a good thing. I always hate it when people get too angry that a boss is too hard, but other people can beat it. That means it's a skill issue. Because it is. There's a specific boss I want to talk about, and I will show gameplay of me beating it over my explanation of the boss, and the boss is called the Devourer. In this game, people complain that this boss is, you know what, it's impossible. It is the Homelander of bosses. You can't beat it. It's insane. He's strong because the mechanic of the boss is he eventually will become immune and he will heal himself with 4 different pylons that you have to destroy. For every single pylon that's open, it will still regenerate health. The speed of the health doesn't really change from what I can tell, but people are upset with it because if you don't focus on destroying those pylons, you lose, and a lot of people have lost, and a lot of people hate the game because of bosses with similar mechanics. There's another boss in the game that has a shield that floats around him with a very small hitbox that you have to hit, and that's the way you break the shield, and that's how the cookie crumbles. That's how you beat the boss and win the game. You know, you get the sword, the shield, you save the princess, you get laid. Everyone gets laid. Let's get happy about that. However, a lot of people have consistently complained that these bosses are too hard, as I said, and I think that's a load of trash. That's a load in the dishwasher. That's ridiculous. Dirty dishes. That's redonkulous. I don't understand it. People I know I just mentioned it, but people want hard bosses. But then you get hard bosses with interesting mechanics that the game doesn't automatically teach you, and then they go, "Whoa, well, I can't do this. It's too hard." Lock in. Lock in. It is a video game. It is fun. And the best thing about the First Ascendant that I will talk about, that I think is, the game itself is not complete. It is not complete. It still has some work to do, but a lot of really good games that we can play now and enjoy now have work that when they came out, they needed some work done. They needed some polishing, okay? They needed to put some wax, sandpaper, and clean them up. Nothing is ever finished whenever you release a game, because mistakes happen, accidents happen. But do I still think this game has a lot of really good potential? Absolutely. A big complaint I heard as well with this boss being difficult and other bosses in the game being difficult is the game doesn't teach you about how to do things. And that is just, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Probably on par with skip-a-da-bop, skip-a-boop, boop, boop. That was pretty crazy. That was a crazy thing but what the sentence of, well, they don't teach you how to do anything in the game, that is a lie. That is literally a lie. There is a robot in the tower, Albion, or the main base. Every time you progress farther in the story, he gives you missions that progress you with leveling up your modules, with leveling up your guns, leveling up your character, maximizing your character. Like, literally, they teach you. Do I think the subtitles for him move way too fast? Absolutely, but you can still get the gist of it. I'm a pretty dumb moron, just all thumbs up kind of guy, and I understood the concept of it. Now, I'm not saying that if you can't, boo on you, but I'm just saying the game teaches you how to do everything. And it also has bosses and in-game content that the level of the characters stay the same. Do you know what that means? You at home, say what you think it means real quick out loud. What does it mean if the enemies in the game have the same level no matter what you do in those locations, with bosses or anything? What does that mean? If you said that means if you go over and do some farming and you come back that you'll be strong, maybe stronger than them, then you hit the nail in the coffin. If you struggle in something, or do some farming. The game has so much farming in it. I think this is a huge positive in the game. it has a lot of things to farm. It has a lot of things to grind. There's a lot of missions that sure may be the same thing over and over again whenever you're doing like patrols. I guess you can consider them Destiny patrol missions, but there's also like operation missions, which are all completely different, they're like strikes. They all have different bosses in the end. They're really easy to farm. They're really fun to farm. And then you have strike missions. And then you have boss fight. Like, there's plenty of content in this game to just farm and consistently play over and over again, just to level up your character, get new characters. And I just think a lot of people aren't giving it a chance, I should say. But now, if you don't like this style of game, the Warframe, Genshin Impact, like, style of game where you have to farm for a lot of the same nothingness for a while, then maybe randomly you get it. Except Genshin's more pay to win, more Warframe, Destiny style game. That's okay. You don't have to like this game. But don't bash on it and bash on other people for enjoying this game. That is not okay. That's just not cool. It's a good game. It has a lot of work to do, of course, just like anything else. You can be a good employee but still have things to learn. It can be a good book, but it's just missing a few things and like that needs to be finished in the next book. Like, it's just, things can be good, but they still might need a little bit of work, and that's okay. That's fine. As long as you are patient with it and you want it to work, then it will work and it will prosper and everyone will be happier for it. And I don't know. I don't want a game that has good potential be ruined just because other people are afraid to like it or afraid to just be like, man, I just gotta lock in. And I think if you just have the mentality of, I just gotta lock in, I think the game was just you're gonna run through it, you're gonna be like, dang, this is all pretty easy. Now, of course, this is all about a video game. So if you are not interested in this at all and you're just like, dude, this guy just keeps yapping, I apologize for taking up your time. Have a blessed rest of your day. But if you honestly also like the First Ascendant, or you're kind of on the fence with it, give it a try. And if you can't beat the boss, do a random public mission. Do that mission on public. I think that's the biggest fix for it. Or work a little bit more on leveling up your character. That's just a couple pieces of advice that not everybody has to follow, but I think that would help you and help you farm a little bit more, help you grind a little bit more, and I think that'll help you enjoy the game a little bit more. Now, again, this is just me yapping. Again, John the Yapper here, just yip-yapping, chit-chatting, tell you what's happening. I think this game has potential. And I just think you just gotta lock in, you just gotta grind a little bit. Sure, some bosses are gonna be hard, but I've beaten everything on normal, and most of them I beat them on by myself in solo. Yeah, I started doing public boss fights around Dead Bride on the boss fights. But all the operations I did by myself and everything like that. So if I can do it, you absolutely can do it. And this is nothing but positive vibes to everybody, all right? I'm just chatting here, and I have to reiterate that. I'm just talking, okay? Just have a good time, laugh with me, disagree with me, and just point and laugh at me. Aha, this guy's goofy, because I am. I try to be. Anyway, have a blessed rest of your night, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out the Discord and the Twitch and the Instagram. All links in the description below. Don't forget to support the music, because this one's got to have music. It's just me talking. We got to have music, because I don't want to hear that all the time. Anyway, take care, y'all. Have a blessed rest of your night. Peace out.